We're here at Shaolin Temple UK. The 25th anniversary, just been saved from near destruction. Join us.
Over 1,000 years of Chinese history is distilled at the Shaolin Temple UK, located in North London. Jake on Film was invited to witness a triple celebration: 25 years of the temple, Autumn Moon Festival, and the survival of the building itself after it was threatened with closure. So we witnessed martial arts demonstrations, got stuck into training, paid our respects to Buddha, and interviewed one of their top teachers.
Because we've been here since 1999, 2000, we've been here, so that's been quite a long time. We've been here, part of the sort of the architecture of Archway, Tufnell Park. So the council's saying they wanted to kind of repurpose this place for us. Came as a bit of a shock, and also for the community, because we built a community around this place. We're quite an integral part of this place. We've got links to schools and the area in general. So we kind of galvanized the sort of the community, both the physical community and the online community, students who've kind of gone past this place in the past that we're still in contact with. We'll get everyone to kind of pull our energies together, galvanize together to kind of help just kind of save the closure or moving us away from effectively what is considered to be home. So yeah, and thankfully that kind of came through. So this was our way of saying thank you to our supporters, basically.
Oh, brilliant. Now, how did you get involved in the Shaolin Temple in the first place?
Oh, that's a long...
It's a long story.
Yeah, long story. I've always been fascinated by Chinese martial arts in general, but more specifically Chinese martial arts. I'm a child of the 70s, so I was reading my Bruce Lee, and of course in the 80s you had Jackie Chan, you had Jet Li, so really immersed in that aspect of Chinese culture. So I think in the year 99, they had like the traveling show Wheel of Life that came to London. I went to watch it with one of my friends, and they had like a booklet, and at the bottom of the booklet they were like, if you're interested in learning Shaolin martial arts, contact Shifu Shienzi. And then that's how my Shaolin journey kind of started. Before then I used to do Muay Thai. I did Thai boxing for a while, so I was doing both Thai boxing and Shaolin at the same time. But eventually kind of migrated totally into doing Shaolin. So ever since then I've been here. Shaolin is such a broad corpus. In some ways, Shaolin is like saying, I'm going to Oxford University. There's so many things that are taught under the umbrella of Shaolin, the broad church of Shaolin. We tend to focus or specialize here in combat. So we still have the sort of basic sort of traditional building blocks. So we do forms, we do traditional body movements, we do traditional patterns, do traditional flexibility, strength exercises. So a lot of the stuff we do is informed by the old, ancient Shaolin traditions. We do internal stuff like Qigong, but we kind of, how would I say, we interpret it in a modern combat format. Okay. Yeah. But we still teach the traditional stuff. I think sometimes there's a bit of a misnomer. People tend to think things that are traditional stay traditional and fixed. But that's not the way humans behave. Things tend to evolve. So if you look at boxing, for example, we don't look at modern boxing and say, oh, is that traditional boxing? We just accept it as boxing, even though it's very different to, let's say, Queensbridge boxing, which is very different. It kind of looks different, but it's the same boxing. So similarly, some elements of what we do evolve, but it's still traditional Shaolin Kung Fu.
Right, yeah, no, that makes sense. And then, of course, as we're a film channel, and you say you grew up in the 70s with Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, have you got a favourite Kung Fu film?
Ooh, man, you put me on the spot.
Not easy, not easy.
You should have warned me. It depends. It really depends. If we're looking at raw action, like raw visceral action, I would say Fist of Legend.
It's very good.
Fist of Legend, really amazing film. I mean, what can you say?
Especially the first sequence where he breaks all their bones in the classroom. That's great.
That's yeah, that's a good one. In terms of a film that's a complete film, it's got stories, it's got character, it's got a driving narrative, It's got some of the mystical, not mystical, it's got some of the sort of traditional ethereal philosophy. I would say Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yep.
Especially the fight between Zhang Ziyi and Michelle Yeoh with the weapons.
Yeah. Classic.
But that's what I mean about narrative. The storytelling in just that fight sequence where they're exchanging, where they're swapping weapons out. And you got two styles that basically they're like the embodiment of Chinese martial arts. So you have one style which is Zhang Ziyi, and she's the internal. She's the Wudong style, which is the internal, more kind of flowy style. And you've got Michelle Yeoh, she's doing the hard Shaolin external style. And you can see the it's like a dialogue between those two characters and those two styles. For me, it's almost like that's the quintessential fight scene of all martial arts scenes. For me, it's embedded in that. So I love those two. I mean, there are many others, but those are the two that come to mind.
Well, it's two crackers, and I think I like the fact that second one is really that's Yen Wu-ping using martial arts as a story, and
That's it.
being a martial artist, you fixed into that.
Yeah, you lock into that, and you can tell the story. You can tell the internal story that people outside of the tradition may not necessarily. I mean, there's stuff for everyone, but for those who know, when they watch it, oh yeah, that's what's happening. And the little subtleties. It's beautiful film. Beautiful film. Yeah.
Brilliant. No, great choices. And then finally, if everyone wants to come down to train at the Shaolin Temple, do they just pop in for a taster?
Just come in here for a taster. We don't bite. We're easygoing people. No egos. It's a safe space. It doesn't matter your level of fitness, because people sometimes get intimidated. They want to go there and look like, I don't want to look like a mug. No one looks like, everyone is humble here. We've all had our first day of training. We've all had it, and that first day you're feeling out of sorts. You got two left feet. You feel like you're gonna puke. All that stuff. That's natural. We've all been. So we welcome it, and we'll embrace you. We'll give you a hug at the end of the day. It's all love here. So please come down here. Train with us. Please.
Lovely. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your
I
time.
hope you guys have a good time here. Please eat. Make it for me.
Will do.
As the moon once again repeated its cycle, we were off to explore the outer edges of the film universe.